I was telling them that the beer mugs that you had posted on Instagram not that long ago,
Oh, the heavy mugs.
they're actually heavy mugs. One was 18 pounds and the other one was 22 pounds.
Yes, yes.
Do you actually drink beer in those?
I do. Well, it doesn't hold a lot of liquid.
Oh, it doesn't?
I do whiskey out of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and one of them I can make a mixed drink out of it, but yeah, they don't hold too much.
Yeah, you really got to work for that beer drinking out of those things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I should have brought those in.
You should have
Yeah.
brought those in. Yeah, that would have been tight. I would have loved to have seen this guy try to lift a 20-pound, 22-pound beer mug.
I mean, it's just like a 22 dumbbell, no?
So-
Or 20 or-
so the weight is outside your grip.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the weight is out here. So
Yeah.
when you pick it up and wants to go whoop, flop over.
Yeah. It's kind of like when they say pick up the chair from one side, right?
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you got to go.
You gotta go up like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Have you done that, Alan?
Picking up a chair that no, I haven't.
Yeah, you're not strong then.
No, what are you supposed to just pick it up from one corner and
Yeah,
then
you
just
pick
lift it
up
up
the
that way?
leg.
One
Yeah.
corner.
Because the weight is so unevenly distributed that it's supposed to flop and make it harder.
Yeah.
No, can you do that?
No, I can't.
No, is it hard?
I mean, I saw a video and probably like 20 people couldn't. Only one guy did.
Are you able to do that, John?
I think so.
There's a chair over there, John.
I saw a video of a guy. They look pretty heavy though. I don't know what they were. I don't know how to explain them, but essentially, it had a handlebar and then it was kind of shaped like this. And it kind of looked like a baton, but then it was bigger shape. But it looked like it was pretty heavy. But there were some pretty big guys that would lift it, and then they were supposed to try to like swing them around their head.
Oh, mace.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So those are mace swings.
Mace swings.
So you got those maces. So those ones you saw were probably from the similar to what the Iron Sheik would do.
Okay.
So the Iron Sheik back in the 80s and early 70s. I think it was in the early 70s, but 80s. Wrestling when it was really popular, he would take those and he would just.
Oh, really?
Do those.
Yeah,
And
that's what it had to have been.
Yeah.
And there were some big guys that would try, and then it would like almost like, I'm not gonna say break their arm, but like it would. It could probably dislocate someone's arm.
You have to
for sure.
really know how to flow it really correctly.
And everybody struggled, and then I want to say one of the smallest guys within that group. I mean, he was still a big guy, but compared to that group, was the one that did it flawlessly. He was just.
Yeah. It's just technique.
That
It's
perfect technique, yeah.
Like that's an advanced mace to start out with. Like that is, I can't remember what the weight was on those, but they're at an advanced weight. So and he was, they were asking him to do it with one hand each.
Yeah.
So you can do mace training with one and just do that with it. And just kind of you rock your shoulders around and you come up.
How heavy do you think those things are?
God, they got to be about at least 50 pounds or more.
50? Okay,
Yeah,
I
50
was
or
thinking
more.
40 or more. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm in
something
the right
like
ballpark.
that. Yeah.
You haven't? Yeah, I have to show you
No,
the
I haven't
video.
seen it, no.
It's just one of those things that it just takes technique. Not the biggest guy, but
Well, that's the same thing with the chair though. It's like a lot of people tried, and there was like some muscular guys. And
Yeah.
then the guy that did it, obviously he wasn't like very skinny, but he was just normal guy, and he explained it that he's seen it once and the physics or whatever that goes with it. Damn, I think we should start off with the chair, dude.
A few minutes later.
All right, guys. Starting off the show to see who's the strongest man in the room. Damn, dude. So you got to go straight.
Yeah, so straight out and then just bring it up.
It doesn't matter at angle, just however.
Yeah, however
So
you can.
like most
yeah.
people do it obviously like this. Damn,
Yeah.
dude. Nah.
weak.
Yeah, it's all about in the wrist strength.
Are you trying?
Yeah.
Flip your wrist upside down.
What do you mean?
Like go like that.
Nah.
You should be able to lock your wrist better. Or at least that's how I do it. I don't know.
Try.
Okay.
No, you gotta have your arm straight.
Oh, straight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hard part then, huh?
See, you're bending it already.
Yeah, I see what he means by this.
Because you can lock your forearm.
But you're still doing it.
Yeah, I'm still bending it.
Yeah, because I mean you're doing it like this, so.
Yeah, I can't do that. Hell no.
Eh?
Yeah,
Damn, hell no.
Yeah, I do sledgehammer levers. So what I'll do is I'll point sledgehammer up, straight up like that, hold it, touch my forehead with it, and then bring it back up.
Oh, hell no.
And
Oh,
then
hell no.
I do a bunch of sets like that, and that just touch my forehead, and then I sit there and bend gutter nails. So they're called a 60 penny nail, and I sit there and bend those.
Yeah.
And I'll just watch a movie, and I'll just bend half a case,
Damn, dude, sledgehammer just.
and
Hell no.
that helps with your because you bend them up right here, and they're so short.
Yeah.
You bend them right here, and you just
Let's get this
Get
started.
it going, guys.
Yo, welcome back to the podcast, guys. My name is Alan,
My name is Jorge.
and today we have a very strong guest. I would even dare to say the strongest man in Salem. His name is John Welch. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's John Walch.
Walch, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's common.
I'm
It
sorry.
happens all the time.
There we go.
Don't apologize. It happens, man. It's one of those names where people always.
Yeah,
I should have asked before we started.
It's all right.
Before I got on camera.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
We tried starting the podcast with a strongman contest, but obviously me and Jorge failed miserably. But we were just talking about, I mean, that chair that you guys saw that we had on the table, it's not a very heavy chair, but the point of that is to try to lift it from one leg and keep your arm straight without bending it. And I mean, I couldn't even do it without trying to bend my arm. I mean, that's probably the hard part. But John did it with no issues. But it's harder than it looks, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep, it is.
But yeah, let's get this started. John, where are you from?
So I'm originally from Colorado, but I lived in Salem like all my life, basically. I moved here when I was like 5, pretty much from Salem.
Okay.
You went to school here, high school?
Yeah, I went to high school here. I went to North Salem
Okay.
High School. So, I graduated there 06.
Yeah.
So, God, that's so long ago. But yeah,
When did you graduate? 7?
Year after, yeah.
7? Yeah, 07.
07? Where from?
McNary.
McNary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a friend that went there. He graduated 07.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I went to McKay, and then I went to McNary last year.
McHale and okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
John, were you always a big guy growing up?
Yeah, I was pretty big guy growing up. Yeah, I was I hit my growth spurt in 4th grade. And
In 4th grade?
Yeah. Started shaving in 4th grade also.
Holy shit, dude.
So the teachers would tell my parents like, "Hey, John's got to shave." Like, so I got a razor for Christmas that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've been kind of bigger. When I was born, I was a preemie.
Really?
So I was tiny. I almost died.
Oh, wow.
But that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is to prove that you can become strong. Anyone can become strong. Everyone's strong. It's just unlocking that in their mind.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has strengths. Everyone has weaknesses. We're all good at something.
Yeah, it's just dedicating your mind to it.
Exactly.
So how tall were you in 4th grade?
Oh, man, I hit I think it was about 5'8" in 4th grade. I hit 5'8", and then I hit about 6'1" in about 5th grade.
5th grade, you were 6'1".
Yeah.
Dude, how tall were you in
Christ.
5th grade?
Dude, I was probably like 4'1", 4'2".
Yeah.
I think I hit my growth spurt in like 7th grade. I swear I didn't grow from there. I'm pretty sure I was like 5'5" in like 7th or 8th grade. You too, huh?
Same, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I grew sideways from there on. Damn.
I got a little. I'm a little thick myself too, so I kind of grew out too.
Did you do football?
Yes, I did football. I played defensive nose guard. It was only in freshman year. My family couldn't afford to pay for the sport because it's just expensive. We didn't make a whole lot of money. My folks didn't make a whole lot of money, and the scholarships already got handed out to all the kids. So it was like, kind of like, oh well. But I wrestled.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was a good wrestler. So
Dang, did you have a lot of people to wrestle? Well, I guess you did because if you were, did you wrestle all 3 years, middle school and high school, all 4 years of high school too?
So I wrestled middle school, 8th grade, and then I did freshman year, and then my sophomore year I couldn't. I broke my hand in sophomore year, beginning of the season.
Ooh.
I fractured it right across here, and still beat the guy, but that was the beginning of the season, and I couldn't. I was out for the rest of the season.
Dang.
And like 6 weeks. I'm like, oh well, there goes the season. And then junior and senior year I wrestled also.
Did you do state?
Yeah, I went to state, took third.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
very
so-
nice. Wrestling is hard, man. That's some real workouts there. Did you also do weights growing up, or not really?
Yeah, I did a lot of lifting weights growing up. So I lift weights, and my parents bought me a weight set when I was like 13, and I'd sit there and watch like Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, and just
Damn.
do curls and push-ups and sit-ups and just like kind of like geeking out over that. And but my dad kind of put me to work at a young age too. He's a woodworker and a carpenter, so I would help him lift stuff into his truck, and we were like, oh, what is it, burl. So he's a wood turner, so he takes these big pieces of burl, and I'd pick them up and put them in the back of his little Ford Ranger. I got really strong doing that, and got
Really?
big doing that. And then I carrying 80-pound sandbags just around. I was
Damn.
like 8 years old.
Oh wow.
I was carrying them around, and then like by the time I was 12, I was doing 2 under each arm.
Dang.
Yeah.
Was your dad pretty strong too? How is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's about my size, but yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, he's a big guy, and yeah.
Did you have anybody in your family that competed as a strongman like you?
No, I never really had anyone compete in strongman. I have like my uncle. He does. He dabbles in strength sports, but he's more mostly like karate and taekwondo kind of guy, and he has a lot of knowledge about fitness though too. He's a stretch therapist down in California, and he'd give me pointers all the time. I still talk to him, and it's pretty cool. Learn from that.
Heck yeah. You always worked out. You always did sports growing up. Did you know you wanted to be a strongman, compete in the strongman competitions?
So I used to watch the reruns, the old reruns that come on ESPN right before they would have the that year's World's Strongest Man competition. They put the reruns on, and I would sit there and watch them. And I'd watch like Bill Kazmaier and John Paul Sagmason and like all these great athletes. And I'm like, I want to do that someday. And then, here I am. I'm doing it. I've been doing it since 2015.
Nice.
Oh, almost 10 years.
Yeah. So next year I have some crazy goals for weightlifting, and to prove like you can still do it and be clean. I don't take steroids. I don't mind if someone does. I don't care.
Yeah.
But also, like, I want to prove to people, like, you don't need steroids to do strongman. Like, you don't.
Would you say like more than 50% do steroids for that?
I believe so.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that where is it like a boulder or whatever that you throw,
throw
it up?
Across? Okay, so that's like you're thinking about keg over bar.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're saying throwing it.
Yeah. Over
okay,
bar, yeah.
so that's like keg over bar or sandbag over bar.
Yeah,
so you're
so, yeah.
flinging these. Yeah, I do.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was a keg.
It was a keg?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the boulder one, or you gotta do like little by little, right?
Yeah. You have pillars. You set.
Yeah.
You set. Those are called Atlas stones.
Oh, okay.
And those are actually got inspiration from Europe, like Scotland, and those are called the Glockschmier stones, the manhood stones. So to prove your manhood, you have to go in the middle of town and set this boulder on top of the pillar in town.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah,
No, I
that's
did
a
not know
Scottish
that.
thing. Yeah, it's Scottish, and then you got all these stones
Yeah.
across the world, like Iceland. You got Spain,
Yeah.
Barcelona, Spain.
Okay.
Those guys are some cool lifters. I
Oh
want to
really?
travel there.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Are those big guys?
yeah. There's some pretty decent sized guys, but also too like they're not very tall either. Like
That's what I was
they're just
asking.
strong,
Damn.
because they're just work hard.
Yeah.
This just grew up working hard.
I was gonna say if we were born in Scotland, dude, we wouldn't have our man card if we couldn't lift those things. We'd be like the only ones that didn't have that.
Well, there's different. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's tough when you're comparing like that.
Yeah, there's the guys with the feather in their hat. You'll notice in Scotland, they'll have this feather in their hat, and they got that from there's a couple feats of strength they have to do to get that feather, and I believe it's called a finny. They have to jump the length of their kilt laid out, so those kilts are long. So they have to jump the length of their kilt, put the stone on the pillar, and then run towards the guy holding a sword at chest height and duck under it without breaking sprint.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those guys are real animals, real soldiers,
So,
dude.
Yeah,
would you
it's
say
crazy.
that
Warriors.
the strongman competition, or just like the sport itself, the top dogs are in like Europe, or like where does this come from? Like,
Like the origins of strongman came from like a lot of the European lifters
Okay.
and stuff. And yes, the United States, they have a lot of the influence. Like we have a lot of those powerlifting gyms and stuff. And so it's just kind of a whole world thing, like there's freaking strong lifters, in the United States, and there's some strong lifters over in Europe. But I think Iceland, probably per capita, the strongest people in the world there, because the land is so hard, it's so cold, and like you have to like be strong to survive there.
Yeah,
And they have all these stones all over the country.
yeah.
You can pick up and carry around and stuff.
But some of the biggest men in the world tend to come from Iceland, don't they? So they also
Yeah.
have the height and
Oh yeah, they have the height, just monsters. Yeah, just
All the
monsters.
what would you say, Scandinavian?
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
So Iceland is like
Right,
really
kind
considered
of,
like
right?
Scandinavian because
Okay.
because you got Norway and all those countries right there. That's Scandinavia right there.
They're pretty strong and pretty big there.
Oh,
that
yeah.
area. I forget where area in the map. It's kind of like northern Europe,
Yes.
right? Kind of like
Northern
towards
Europe.
east,
Yeah.
east,
yeah, I think that's where that guy from that one show is. Remember that I showed you? I think he was like 7 foot something.
The
mountain man. Yeah,
The mountain. Yeah, that guy is. God, he's. I think he's about almost 7 foot. He's 6'8".
Okay.
Yeah, and at his peak, he was about 450 pounds, I think.
He just lost a lot of weight, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He stopped doing strongman for a while because it was taking a toll, because he had to eat a lot, and it was just taking a toll on his body too. And he decided to get into boxing and did boxing for a little while and tore up that circuit. And dude, watching that guy box is pretty awesome. Eddie Hall.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, him and Eddie Hall fought. Eddie Hall holds the world deadlift record. Well, technically not, because Hafthor, the mountain, broke the record during the pandemic, but people aren't considering it's broken because he didn't do it in front of a crowd.
Oh wow.
But they weighed all the weights. So
Yeah.
they're on camera, they did a live stream, they were showing the weights, and then laying the weights on a scale, and then showing the scale number on it, and they had a whole list of all the weights or all the plates they're putting on, and they added it all up. And yeah. So
Damn, that's dirty. I would be pretty upset if they didn't count it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the real ones know, huh? Like
Yeah.
the people that know about it, they're like, yeah, no, he did it.
Yeah. So like, it's an insane number. Like it's over 1,100 pounds. So
So I know that from looking at your Instagram, and you have a couple things here too. You I've seen you break apples in half, watermelons. You just freaking squish them, small ones, the larger watermelons. I've seen you bend iron, crescent wrenches. I've seen videos of you bend. Is this part of like the strongman competition too, or is this just
So it's not really part of the, like some competitions they'll throw in like steel bending for fun, but that's steel bending is like it's considered strongman, but also kind of not. It's a very niche group of people that can actually bend metal, and it's pretty like the old school strongmen used to do it just for shows.
Yeah.
You know, showing people bending them. You got the Mighty Atom. So the Mighty Atom, he wasn't very big. Dude was like this tall.
and what was he known for?
Bending.
For bending just all sorts of stuff.
Bending metal. He was known for like pulling a row of cars with his beard or his teeth. He would take one of those heavy duty nails I was telling you about. He would bite it and start doing that. Work it until it bit in half. And dude was nuts. And he was a little guy too. Like,
Is he still alive?
No, he's passed on. He passed on like late 70s.
Oh, okay. This was a
Yeah,
while ago.
yeah.
Speaking of buses, how much is a bus? How much does it weigh?
A bus?
Yeah, like approximately.
Oh, between 17,000 to 27,000 pounds. It depends on the type of bus.
Yeah, I saw on your profile you did a bus yourself, right? You pulled one.
Yeah, I pulled a bus. I pulled
Look like a tank too, or something like that.
that was a Hemet. So that was a National Guard let me pull practice pulling their vehicles around. So that was about 86,000 pounds.
86,000 pounds.
What, a tank? Or
No, it was.
So it's called a Hemet. It's
Okay.
so it's a heavy duty hauler truck. So then this version was a PLS, so it's a palletized loading system. So they have this hook on the back and can reach down and grab stuff and lift it up. And they had this giant mechanic shop. And they just put it on the back of that to give it more
Yeah.
weight. And I pulled it with that on there.
How do you prepare for that? Like just that day. Like, do you just go in and do you warm up? What do you do?
Yeah,
Like,
so I warm up, I stretch, I get, kind of get my mind right, and just, you gotta warm up. What we did was that day, I pulled a cloth top Humvee, up armored Humvee, a semi truck, the Hemet without the pallet on the shop on the back, and then the Hemet with the shop on the back.
all in one day.
Yeah, that was one day. We did that within like maybe 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so
This guy goes to the gym 1 hour and he's already tired.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
a lot of times, hour is what you need.
Yeah.
Like, I work out like I'll go from like 5 o'clock after I get off work, all the way till like, I'll go all the way till like 8 to 9 o'clock at night.
3 to 4 hours a night you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
It's hold on. No, go ahead.
So when you go to the gym for those 3 to 4 hours, how do you configure your workouts?
So it depends on what I'm working on that day. So like it's stretching, and then I'll do my little warm up, and then I'll do my working sets, and then I'll do little sets in between the working sets. And like right now, because it varies because of competitions and stuff. So right now I'll do I'll do the axle overhead press, and I'll practice getting that up and just work on just pressing over my head, just practice lifting it to my stomach, and then I can get it and press it up. And so I'll work on a bunch of reps doing that. And between each rep of doing that, so I'll do like 5 or 6 reps of doing that. And then what I'll do is I'll do rows, bent over rows. And I'll either use a barbell or a sandbag. And I've been using like a 350 sandbag. I'll practice picking it up and rowing it in to my body and then dropping it and then rowing it in and dropping it. And that helps with the sandbag pick later on because those are so awkward and weird to pick up.
That thing that you said that you're lifting, is that the thing that looks like a pill? It kind of, I saw a video of one that was on the ground that you lifted up, and then you pressed up, but it kind of looked like a pill. It was kind of round. It was
Pill. So it's probably the log.
okay,
Is it-
maybe
is
it was
it-
a log. Yeah,
yeah,
so
so-
it had like a hole in the middle where you could put your hands in there.
Yeah. So that's the log.
Okay, the
Yeah,
log.
yeah. So that's the log lift, and yeah, that's pretty fun.
Is that one size like
the-
an Olympics like?
So they have like there's different companies that make them.
Uh-huh.
They're different weights and stuff, and there's different diameters and stuff. It depends on weight class you are in, because like my weight class is like between 12 to 13 inch diameter of the log. There's like different sizes too for like the female class and all that. So
Got it.
How do you recover? What's your recovery like?
a recovery.
Yeah. Do you have a recovery? Like, do you do ice bath or something? Like,
So I don't have an ice bath, but I'll do a shower. Like I'll go from hot and then I'll crank it to cold, and I'll stand there in the cold, and then crank it back to hot and then cold, because I'll take your muscles and cause them to expand and contract, and you got all this lactic acid buildup in your muscles. That's what causes you to be sore.
oh, okay.
So what it does is does that and works the muscle and then works that lactic acid out of the muscle tissue, and that helps you recover a little quicker. Amino acids help, and eating right, sleeping.
Sleeping is probably
Yeah, rest is like sleep is very it's slept on because you need that rest. Your body
Yeah.
needs to heal, and you're putting it through so much stress. And like when you're lifting heavy, because you don't lift heavy often during training, because you're just working on form and technique, and then you do it little bit by little. You increase the weight, but yeah, you gotta just let your body recover and recoup and stretch. And like I do a bunch of different stretches and stuff, and that helps with my muscles, and your what you call it, your posterior chain. Like I need to do a lot of stretches on that, but it tests out your CNS, your central nervous system. So you'll feel sick afterwards.
oh wow.
Yeah.
After what?
After you lift heavy.
Oh, okay.
Like, because your bodies are like, what the hell you do to me? Like yoke carry. It'll get like that on the yoke. And they call it yoke sickness.
Damn. So what does the yoke sickness feel like?
It's just, you feel lethargic and just kind of just tired. Your energy's zapped. You feel like you have like the flu almost, but you don't.
Alan's like, dude, I feel like that
every day, man. I don't even lift.
But that's when you go up to like an insane heavy weight on that. So
Yeah, you've never been to that level, dude.
Nah.
You don't work out that hard.
Nah, I don't.
I do about 1,200 pounds on my back right now.
1,200.
And just carrying it 50 feet runs. Goal by next July. So next July is my 10-year anniversary for doing Strongman. My goal is to do 2,000 pounds with the yoke.
2,000.
Yeah.
When you increase the weight that you lift, is it like recommended that you only go up by a certain amount of pounds a year?
I don't really say so, because it's how I progress. I progress in a weird way. Like I'll get to like 180% improvement from 2 years ago. On
That's
my
a lot.
weightlifting. So a lot of people barely make up, 3 to 5% improvement,
180%.
and I've been making that. But it's just training. It's having a coach. My buddy's my coach. He's a great coach. He does good work with me. He helps me out, tells me what to do, writes my programs, and yeah.
Dang. Do you have a specific nutrition guide that you go through as well? Or does that
Yeah.
matter? Does it matter?
I should, but I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm poor.
So, but is the goal, do you try to stay under a certain amount of calories or over a certain amount of calories?
So
Does that matter?
I'm trying to get in about maybe 5,000 to 8,000 calories a day.
5 to 8,000 a day?
Yeah.
What's the easiest way to get to that 8,000 calorie a day?
Dude, I have no idea. I just eat.
Just
I
anything,
just
just-
eat. Just
How many times a day you eat?
about 6 to 7. Sometimes 8. But
Oh,
you divide the meals up into portion sizes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like what I was saying about the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was, stopped doing strongman, because he's eating all day, every day. And dude, sometimes it feels like a pit.
Yeah.
You eat and just falls and goes away, and you're still hungry, and you're like, shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Damn.
watched some of these videos where these big guys eat, like sumo wrestlers too,
yeah.
where they have to be over a certain amount of calories and they eat like 8 to 10 meals a day. And they're like enormous meals too sometimes.
I heard sumo wrestlers are really strong, not because they're big. There's some sumo wrestlers that are just kind of normal. I mean, obviously a little bit bigger, but not like just big. I heard they're really, really strong, dude.
I think it's just kind of like this iron stuff. It's just technique too.
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
strength, but technique.
It's strength
Yeah,
and technique, yeah. And also too is like eating. Like you have to take in the amount, like your body weight per gram of body weight. So each pound is a gram. So I weigh about 340. So 340 grams of protein I should be eating a day.
340 grams. It's a pound per pound. It's 1 gram of
Yeah.
protein that you need to eat a day.
Yes.
I couldn't do that much.
Yeah, well, what's your body weight? You're
So it would be I'm like 180, so it'd be 180 grams of protein.
180.
You just have to do yours, yeah.
Now, when I do a regular meal, I mean, most things have like they say 14, 18 grams. So I don't think a regular, like if you go to, for example, I'm just thinking chicken right now. So if you go to like Love Teriyaki and you ask for a chicken meal with no flavoring on it, just a regular chicken and white rice, how many grams do you think of protein that chicken has out of just a normal meal? Because I don't think it's that much, but maybe,
Ask Google.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
Ask
it
Google.
varies.
yeah, ask Google.
Yeah, it varies. Depends on the portion size and who's making it,
Yeah,
and
who's
but also
making it.
too, like there's protein different stuff too, like beans, vegetables. Like you got
That's true, yeah.
broccoli has protein in it. That's what I heard.
Hey Google, how many grams in a chicken bowl?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Ask it right. How many grams
Yeah.
of protein?
Oh yeah, ask.
You. John's on it. John, come on, John.
I'm looking, man.
Ah, John, come
So a little John over there.
on. Is it easier to bend back now that you already bent it?
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So that
Depends who makes
that
it.
could probably snap if I try to bend it back.
Oh, I
so.
see. Yeah.
But so when you're bending something, it'll heat up. So it'll get warm. It'll get hot. So it'll get harder. So it'll become work hardened. So it'll be harder to bend.
Let's send it to y'all's phones.
I have it in airplane mode. Just say it out loud, John, please.
Okay. So, like a general 36 grams of protein in a teriyaki chicken bowl.
36 grams of protein in a regular size chicken bowl. So I mean, if you think about that, a bowl is a lot of food. It's a regular sized meal, and I'm still pretty
Even
full
if you
after
do
one.
3 times.
So you have to do that 3 times a day, and you still don't
Yeah.
have that 180 grams of protein.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
then to be
just
fair,
what
though,
you're
I
eating.
probably shouldn't be 180 pounds. So I shouldn't be consuming that much protein.
Hey, do it in front of the camera. Stand up.
Yeah, there's no. He bent this crescent wrench, which I think is amazing because of how small this crescent wrench is. So I mean, if you think about it, I mean, this thing can fit in one hand. If you try bending it, it's probably harder to bend something like this than a longer one.
Careful.
Yeah, do it. Chow. It's gonna snap.
Yeah, if you're strong enough, you could actually snap it and hurt yourself.
I think I moved it a little bit.
You see? I think you did. Oh yeah. Nah.
What competitions do you have going on for the rest of the year?
So right now I'm in prep for a December show. It's called the Ugly Sweater Classic. It's going to be down in Albany on the 14th in December.
Okay.
And so that's a pro show. So it's amateur and pro. So you have different divisions, but it's a really good competition. My buddy throws it together, and it's probably one of the best shows to go to and there's prize money at this one, which a lot of shows don't really have prize money, but some do, some don't. So first place for pro men is $1,000, but I'm going against some monsters, and it's gonna be a good day though. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy show. We got was it 700-pound deadlift for reps. And then we got we got overhead press, and that's what I've been working on is with the axle overhead press. And we got Humvee tires set up on it, and the starting weight's 280 pounds to press over my head.
Wow.
280.
And then I'm probably going to go to about 315. And then save myself for the rest of the competition.
The overhead is the one you do this.
Yeah.
And then you do this.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of like
Yeah,
behind your head.
Not
Or
really
no?
behind your head. You're
Just
thinking like the
Olympic
clean,
ones?
Yeah, you're thinking like the clean jerk. So that's way different.
Oh, so it's not.
So that's way different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a way different lifting like style.
Okay,
that
that's
one.
not-
Yeah,
okay.
and then axle. So when I say axle, it's like thick. The barbell's like that big around.
Okay.
Damn.
So.
How much does the barbell weigh?
So the barbell depends on the brand, between 25
Really
to
thick one. Okay.
yeah, between 25 to 35 pounds. I've seen ones that are like 55 too, but those are like really pricey too. So
I bet. Yeah.
it's like my buddy. He collects barbells. Like he has his home gym set up. He has like every barbell you can think of in there, and like
Oh wow.
stiff bars, whippy bars, so they have a little bit more flex in them, and they all kind of hit differently. So they feel different when you're lifting with them. And then, because some competition might have that barbell, might not, but he just collects them and
Yeah.
work out with them too. So
Nice.
So that competition you have in December, is it a lot of people from out of state are coming for that too?
yes, so we got people from out of state coming. I have no idea. Like we had a guy come. Like I think last year there was a guy from Australia. That
He came all the way out here from Australia for the
and he
competition.
competed. Yeah.
Dang.
There's the company that makes the heavy mugs. They're sponsoring that
Nice.
show, so they're going to be there doing a challenge. So how long people can hold the mug out. So
You should go.
Nah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Albany Fairgrounds. That's where it's at, and there's people from all over the state, different states, just all over the place, man. And it sells out fast. Like he'll make the announcement. It sold out in like I think 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it sold out because like 100 spots just boom, gone.
Yeah.
Or I think he did 50 spots on this one. 50 or 100. I think he did 50 on this one. But yeah, it just sells out super quick.
So there's a lot of competition in the sport then locally too then.
Locally, yes, there's some dude, there's some strong guys.
Really?
locally. Yeah. Like I'm not the only one. There's some real strong guys.
So you have a show tonight, actually.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I said yes.
Yeah, no, you have a show tonight at Mikey's downstairs, and you are bending iron. You said.
Yes, so I'll be bending metal
Metal.
down there and frying pan. So I'll be rolling up a frying pan like a burrito.
Hell yeah.
And so I'll be doing that. I got a couple, some flat stock steel, and so I'll do a loop-de-loop with those. And then I got some round stock on my bend too. A round stock's about 5/8 inch thick. I got some 3/4, but I wasn't sure about doing that because I'll be just busy, just kind of roaming around too. So throughout the night, I'll be just walking around bending stuff. I got some nails and then horseshoes and what is it? Horseshoes, and I got. Sorry,
Are you gonna bend that one right now or no?
Yeah, I can.
Alan, you
Yeah.
want to try first? Oh, you gotta put something on.
So I wrap it to
The-
protect my hands.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I keep because you got little stuff in your hands, little tendons and stuff. You could pop those real easy.
Oh.
So
We're all here.
yeah, you gotta be really careful too. So yeah, I wrap these. Oh yeah, I'll be also driving a nail through a board with my hand. Yeah, so I have
Hit
like
it, or-
I have a rag,
Uh-huh.
and nail head sits on the rag
Okay.
to prevent it from
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through
It-
my hand. And then I'll just speed, and you just gotta be fast and just punch it right
Damn.
through the board.
Just like
That
hammer,
sounds
hammer,
painful.
boom.
Yeah.
It can be, but it's practice. You got to practice, and know do your research, like ask questions, because there's guys across the United States that'll bend metal and stuff, but it's very far in between.
You said you go to the gym from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9.
Yeah.
After work, but how often do you practice bending?
So, like on my days off or at night when I'm at home, I'll be kind of eating or just hanging out. I'll just be sitting there just bending.
So every night you just play with it?
Yeah, every other night or
Okay.
every couple nights a week. I try to give myself a little break because I don't want to. You overdo it and you can't keep going because you'll injure yourself. I had it where I did so many horseshoes one time, and one night I tore a hole in my hand.
Ugh.
You can't really see it, but and then I did a haunted house where I was bending steel during Valentine's Day. I was dressed in one of the costumes I made, and bending metal, and I bent like I believe it was 26 horseshoes in one night.
26.
It was like within a probably an hour and a half period. 26 horseshoes.
World record horseshoe
No,
bending.
no, not,
is that
not world record.
Is that not close?
No. There's a guy on the East Coast that does it, and he does a whole case of them, so that's like 40 shoes.
40 shoes.
Yeah, it's about 40 shoes. And so he would go and do charity drive. So people would donate money to him, and he'll bend horseshoes out of brewery or bend nails and see how many horseshoes. So he just straightens them. He can fold them into hearts, but he'll just sit there and just boom, 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 and just power through them.
Damn.
But I had a bruise on my leg because how you put it on your leg to bend them, dude, bruise is huge.
So when you bend them, you're doing it out, right?
So you kind of fold it
Kinda
out.
fold
Yeah.
it out? Okay.
Yeah.
Show the camera, Alan. You gotta tell me what it is. Here, hey, John, you want to record?
How's that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it back here, and you just kind of go like that. Just keep folding it like that. So feel that. Feel how it's warm.
warm.
So it starts heating up as you're bending it. So that's what it's saying. When it cools down, it becomes work hardened. All right. So now I'm gonna put the horseshoe right here. So this is where like my kegels are gonna come into play here. So you kind of just go like that. Yeah. So I always tell people, no matter what you do, please put your full heart into it.
Let's go. See, I thought that after you bent something like that, there would be like a recovery period. Like it would probably take you like a full day to recover from, not recover, but it would be harder for you to bend another one and another one and another one.
Well, it depends on how many reps you do of it too. Like I could do a bunch of those and it won't really phase me that much. But tell you what, that one night I did the 26 horseshoes, I was fried.
You slept real good that night.
Oh yeah, I was fried.
Damn.
But yeah, so
How much of your energy from 0 to 100 do you think it takes to bend a shoe horse?
oh god, that's a good question. I really never really tried to gauge it, you know.
If you were to guess the rate.
So 0 to, you know,
You think it's half force, a little more than half force?
probably a little more than half force.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's technique too, and it's learning how to do it correctly. Like everything else, like anything you do is technique, form and technique. It's the key things. So yeah, it's kind of hard to judge because I get better and better at it
Okay.
each time. So, and it's like my strength compared to like other people's strength, it's kind of hard to gauge. You know, it's kind of hard to gauge everyone's strengths.
Everybody, yeah, I'm sure everybody's different, going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you bringing in the horseshoe. I appreciate you bending the horseshoe on camera. We did, however, bring a couple apples.
Okay.
Now, I saw a video of you. How would you say that? Cutting an apple in half with your hands? What would you say?
Just splitting it.
Splitting an apple in half with your hands.
Yeah.
And we have someone here that is calling you out and says
Yeah.
that he could do it a little bit faster than you. Here we go.
I mean, I never said that, and then for the record.
Yeah, he did.
I just said that I saw someone do it, and I was like,
I've never seen anyone do it, so I guess I'll do it too. But if you can just give me a quick run through, like.
So basically, what you're going to try to do is, sorry, I'm trying to get the stem out.
Get the stem out.
stem out. What about the little sticker? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the sticker made way too much.
So basically, what you do is like, what you do is you grab it, and you can go from the bottom or the top. But what you're going to do is kind of bring it into your chest a little bit, and then you're going to kind of figure out a great hold on it because each apple's kind of a little different. It depends on what kind of apple these are. Honey Crisp, yeah.
Honey Crisp, freshly picked in Oregon.
Yeah. So basically, what you're going to do is just drive your fingers in, and then go like that,
Oh, okay.
like clamshell, basically.
Oh, okay.
So.
You don't
So
put your thumbs down here?
Yeah, I was gonna say
You
you don't
can,
use
yeah.
your thumbs.
So.
All right. Well, I guess we started.
Oh.
You got it.
No. I don't think I would get it.
These are tough apples, too.
Yeah. I'm used to the green apples. You got it?
Sheesh.
Still waiting for you, Alan.
Yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, you're the one that said you've done it
Dude,
before.
I've done it before. I don't know how. It's like it's technique, like he said.
It's technique, but also too, it depends
Like-
on the type of apple too.
Are these apples just a lot harder to do than
They're a little greener, still a little harder, but I mean,
the green ones are harder? Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, if I would have known, I would have got the fucking easiest apples.
We chose the easiest one.
Oh, he says the greener ones are harder, he says.
Oh,
Maybe red apples, maybe?
I know I did one, and I was like, dude, this is easy. It's probably the red one.
well, you got all kinds of different version of apples.
Oh, there's a lot,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So try to drive your fingers into the apple and then separate. I hear someone is
Probably
doing
him.
good.
He's going all at it. I'm not even.
Getting juice out of it. Come on, bud.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's fucking go.
There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
dude.
really drive those fingers into it. Because it's about getting that grip in.
I think I broke a finger, though, guys.
It's the guy's strength. He has more kids.
You weakling, dude.
I know, dude.
See?
Try
He's
it.
doing it with one hand.
John, try it. Nah.
So just
I got it, dude.
drive your nails into it like that, your fingertips. And then go like that. So as you're going down.
I did not think I was going to be able to do that, guys.
Good work, man.
Thank you. I think I can sign up for this competition December 14th.
Hey, Strongman, it's about starting, man. There's different divisions. There's novice divisions. There's super, there's novice divisions. There's the amateur division. There's pro class. All kinds. You can start anywhere.
When I was in high
At
school,
any weight in their weight class too. There's different weight classes.
what's the lowest weight class? I'm probably too heavy for that.
No.
You're probably you're probably the lightest one.
No, dude. Probably lightest ones are probably like 130, 140.
Yeah, maybe I have to do some research on it because I've always been the just super heavyweight guy.
The heaviest weight
so,
class.
yeah, I've been just too big.
Dude, I don't want you to hurt yourself, dude. Just
Dude, I've done it before. I remember I saw the video. I'm like, oh, it should be easy, and I did it.
and I drink a beer too.
Maybe because I didn't drink a beer. Try it, John. Dude, you gave me the hardest one.
Did you got this? Do you think apple sizes matter? Like if bigger the apple or easier, or the smaller the apple the easier?
Sometimes smaller the apple the easier because it's just less surface.
Okay.
Is it
See,
easier from the top or the bottom? Like
he says wherever you can get more grip.
wherever you can get.
Yeah,
So I always say
I
the
like
top
going
then.
from the top because you got the hole in it.
Watch your glasses.
No, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, y'all
I
ain't
can- I
strong,
can
man.
dig in, but I
Try that one.
Y'all ain't strong. Let me see.
can't. Alan is the most physical labor on the regular. He's the most likely of us to be able to do it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
That's grip strength primarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you can get your fingers into the apple, then it's easier to apply the rest of it.
Just kind of drive it. When you do that, drive your elbows too.
I think I'm just a little weaker now that I did it one time. I used 110% of my force.
Give it to John. He'll,
No, it's because it's wet now.
Yeah, I got my fingers in. I just don't have the strength anymore. You lose it so quickly when you stop.
Yeah, just focus.
I think I could have last year. So my grip strength is a little better. What's the most damage you've done to yourself in this lifestyle?
Damage?
Yeah, like when you're lifting,
Lifting?
trying to do something like this. Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, I've hurt myself. Weightlifting, yes. Pinched sac nerve. That was painful. That was probably some most pain I've been in.
It sounded like the one where you bent the too many horseshoes and you did something.
Yeah,
like that. That sounds painful.
it was painful, but that was just wore a hole in my skin. And I've been cut and beat up so many times in my life. I don't really notice it.
See,
Pain is just pain to me.
give it to John. See,
Yeah, I loosened it up for you. See? Yeah, dude, you didn't even struggle.
it's
Damn. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm ready for a nap now, guys.
yeah.
Oh, dang. Next event, you said it's going to be December 14th.
Yes.
You said that. Did you see that by the end of the year you were planning on doing the 2,000 pounds
So July of next year.
of next year?
Yeah,
Okay.
so July of next year, I'm going to start working on that after the show to get stronger for that feet strength because you got to really train, and focus. And I don't want to take away from my training of for this show, prep for this show. It's just about just improving yourself little by little, you know. And like to me, like your failures, you know, you look at your failures, how many times you failed of doing something. You get stronger by doing it, but also you learn how not to do it, and you just learn different ways and techniques of doing something. That's not just weightlifting, that's everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my little thing.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah.
But the July thing, that was because it's your 10-year anniversary, right?
Yes.
Not because there's a competition for that specific kind of lifting?
Not at, well, I haven't signed up for anything that time of year for that. Usually they make an announcement like maybe 6 months ahead of time before the competition, or but since July is coming up, I just want to just set some crazy numbers. Like my goal is to set some crazy numbers and just prove some people wrong and just work my ass off and get there because it's gonna be crazy.
So Mikey's tonight, 8 p.m. This Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Is this going to be an ongoing thing where you're doing local shows at local bars?
I'm trying to get that going a little more and more. I've done a couple around town, like the Bad Space at Sandy and Brewing. There's one coming up. I was told not to talk too much about it, but about the location of it and the dates. But gotta say, it's gonna be in December also,
Okay.
and it's gonna be Krampus.
What is that?
Krampus. You know what Krampus is? So Krampus is a demon.
Okay.
So he follows Santa around, and so as Santa's delivering the presents, Krampus is punishing the bad kids.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's like this goat.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
That's a
so-
scary looking thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's like this goat man, and so I made that costume myself. I made a lot of my costumes. So I'll be doing that performance, and so I can't talk too much about it, but that's, we have a Krampus event coming up in town here in Salem. Just keep your eyes open. It's going to be in December, and then there's one at Oregon Garden. I'll be running around as Krampus too in Oregon Garden.
Silverton, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Silverton, yeah. So there's like a winter fair there, so I'll be just running around terrorizing people.
Nice.
And have my book. Do you see my book? You ever seen my book on my page?
What was the book?
The book is a book of fire. So you
No, I
open
haven't
it
seen
and
it.
fire comes out of it.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. I get asked to leave from places.
I saw fire, but I don't know if maybe I didn't look.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I made that. I made the whole costume too.
Oh, that is creepy. That's awesome.
See. Oh damn.
So that's based off of the Wendigo.
What's Wendigo?
The Wendigo is a Native American. So I know like all this spooky, creepy stuff because I'm way into Halloween, and so Wendigo is a Native American spirit or demon. It's a kind of cautionary tale. Will happen to you if you commit cannibalism and become greedy. You turn into Like there's some stories you turn into this deer. So you'll have this deer skull, and antlers will start growing out of your head, and you'll start devouring everything. Like you'll start craving flesh, and so it's like kind of a Native American tale of that.
I see.
And that kind of origins of that kind of came from the Algonquin tribe on the East Coast, and then there's some tales around different tribes to have their own versions of a Wendigo. So yeah,
That's creepy. The one with the book. If I saw that at night, I'd be creeped the hell out.
He gets scared, right?
Yeah, I get kind of creeped out.
Yeah.
But now that I know I can break an apple in half, I think I'm unbeatable at this point. Hell yeah. Dude, I would have my man card, dude, for breaking an apple in half, but you still
In Iceland?
you wouldn't have one, dude.
You gotta give me that green apple.
Yeah. Where can people find you on Instagram?
so it's ox. So ox.strongman is my Instagram, and then I have also Scary Strong LLC. That's my business. I do motivational speaking, so I try to go out to schools and talk to kids, go talk to at-risk youth, kind of inspire them to like do better. I do anti-bully speeches, kind of teach kids like pick up like an art form or something to get your hate and frustration out, or work out, or lift weights, or draw, just create something with your hands, and people will appreciate that. Just don't go out trying to that's why you see so many active shooter stuff happening. These kids are confused, they don't know what to do. So I try to get out there, because I used to be teased and bullied and beat up a lot, even though I was a big kid. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
but I couldn't really fight back because I was the bigger kid. So I wasn't allowed to fight back. But it taught me patience, and that's how I got stronger. I can take a hit pretty good. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Nice.
Just last question, just because you said you can take a hit pretty well. Would you ever consider doing like the slap?
Slap fights?
Yeah.
I saw that. It looks funny. I don't know about that. It just looks too. I'd be giggling the whole time, honestly. Yeah, I don't know about doing that, because it's just goofy. It's just two guys just slapping the shit out of each other.
It's getting big though, dude. It's getting huge. There's big money in that. Yeah, but I think I'd get knocked out real quick. There's guys, even though they're small, I'm sure it's like everything. It's just all technique. Probably
they hate it. Yeah,
it's probably all.
Well, you notice how the guys pass out and fall down. They always catch them right here.
Yeah, they're always right here, dude. I always see it.
That's a classic. Anytime when you're watching boxing, they'll just right there, and the guy just lights out, gone.
Night.
Yeah.
Well, John, we appreciate your time. I know you got to get down to your event.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Wish
you
you the
very
best
much.
of luck for your event coming up December 14th. If you guys know where to find him, one more time on that Instagram.
So ox.strongman, and then Scary Strong LLC too. That's my business.
There we go.